Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you some of the books I bought recently. So I have one box set and around 8 books to show you, so let's get into it. So first of all, I have the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. In this box set I got the first 6 in the series. I'm pretty sure in like the Mortal Instruments series there's 6 books. I also got the Shadowhunters Codex, which is like, I feel like it's like kind of an extra book. It probably is in the series, if that makes sense. So you know how sometimes like with Harry Potter they have like the Tales of Beedle the Bard. Beedle the Bard? I think that's correct. So it's kind of like that, like a book that's in the book. I've seen the Mortal Instruments film with Lily Collins, so I know what kind of goes on in the first book, and I've seen some of the series, so I kind of know what goes on in the next couple of ones, but I don't really have much. Other than that, I don't really have much of an idea what goes on in like the rest of it. I know that a lot of people say that the film is really bad as well, so I'm keeping that in mind. So hopefully, like, I didn't mind it, but also I haven't read the books, so I think it'll be interesting once I've read it to go back and watch it. A lot of people say that this series isn't like the best out of all of them, so I'm looking forward to reading the other ones. I feel like I'm quite looking forward to reading the prequel. I can't remember what it's called, but it's kind of set more, and it might be the 19th century, 1800s, that kind of time period, so I feel like that'll be quite interesting to read. But also know that loads of people are massive fans of this, so I feel like it's going to be nice to see what like the rave is all about. Next I have The Wicked King and the Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. At the start of February I read The Cruel Prince and I absolutely fell in love with it. I gave it 5 stars, and you'll be able to hear a bit more about that in my February wrap up. Sorry if you can hear dogs barking. I really wanted to read the other ones, but I didn't have them, so getting these 2 books was one of the main motivations for this book haul. So I think we are following Cardan and Jude in these 2 books as well, which I'm looking forward to, because I'm just excited to see like the relationship develop. I'm really looking forward to reading these and having them on my shelf, and hopefully I'll be able to read them in March on top of all like the other books that I have in my TBR. I might even do like a readathon weekend where I can just read these 2. That would be really exciting. Actually, that's like I might do that. That sounds like a really fun idea. But I was thinking I could also do, like, once I finish reading them, like a whole review on what I thought of them. So if that's something you would like, just give the video like a thumbs up or comment down below if you'd like to see that. The next book I have is Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor, and I have to admit the only reason I bought this is because of Jenny from This Story Ain't Over. So in this book we follow Karou, who is a student in Prague, but she's also like the henchman servant person to a monster called Brimstone. I think that's what it is. So I must have been a haul, I think Jenny did, and she bought this and she read the blurb of it, and I was really intrigued. I don't know why, I just really like the idea of this book, and I also think it's kind of like fun that she's like a student in Prague. Like, what a random thing to, like, not random because obviously it's part of the plot, but like it's just like something different that I haven't really seen much of before. So I'm really looking forward to reading this. I've also noticed that the majority of these books that I've got are blue, so I'm gonna have a very blue bookshelf. But yeah, it's the first book in a series. I'm really looking forward to reading this because I just think it's going to be, I say this all the time, it's just going to be an interesting read, but I really like the premise of the plot, so I'm looking forward to reading it. The next book I have is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets by J.K. Rowling, and this is in the Ravenclaw edition. So currently I am reading The Philosopher's Stone. I absolutely love it, but this is also in the Ravenclaw edition because I'm very passionate about being a Ravenclaw, so that's what they look like together. They're just very pretty, and I'm looking forward to having them on my shelf. Like I said, I'm currently reading the first one, absolutely loving it. I feel like it's like just generally really nice to read, and it's something that I find myself like, once I've done like school work or something, sometimes I find certain books, like I was finding when I read Bunny earlier on in this week, it literally like drained me so much, but these are just so like sweet and like easy to read. I don't feel like it's going to be like that throughout the whole series because they definitely do get darker, because I've watched all the films. I feel like most people have watched the films, but they do get darker. But at this point everything seems just quite happy, so I'm really looking forward to carrying on reading this, and hopefully by the end of the year I will have read them all, because I don't know, I want to read all of the Harry Potters before I'm 18. and I turn 18 next year. So I feel like I'm going strong. Maybe if I manage to read one like every 5 weeks, maybe. They're just such a good story, and I feel like everybody loves Harry Potter. So I'm just really looking forward to carrying on with the series. The next book I have is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. So earlier on in February I bought Six of Crows, which is part of the Grishaverse. However, I was doing some reading and I actually think that I need to read the Shadow and Bone trilogy before I read Six of Crows. I just read somewhere that avid fans would say you have to read this first, and I feel like this is going to be the kind of thing that I enjoy, so I just want to read it in the right order. But I don't think it matters if you have Six of Crows and you don't read these, but I was just really interested in this book anyway. So as far as I'm aware, we follow Alina, who is a soldier, and they go to somewhere called the Shadowfold, and it turns out she's a Grisha, which are the people in this world who have magic. I feel like it's kind of like, I read that it's kind of like a Russian-y kind of based world as well, which I think is really, really cool. I've had like a lot of like mixed feelings about this book, but obviously I want to form my own opinion on it, and it's been turned into a Netflix TV show. So I'm probably going to want to watch it, so I want to read at least one of the books first. But yeah, I'm super excited about this because I just like the idea of the plot, and again, it's something everybody raves about, and I just want to I'm gonna hop on the bandwagon, and I want to see what everybody's raving about. Next I have They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. I feel like this book is going to be really sad. I'm not sure if it's something I can like emotionally prepare myself for, but one of my friends read it and she enjoyed it, and loads and loads of people I've heard have really, really enjoyed it as well. From what I can gather from the synopsis, two boys have been told by the death cast that they are going to die on, I think it says when, on the 5th of September, and it's called like the death cast. So Matteo and Rufus are going to die basically, and that's probably why it's called They Both Die at the End, you know. And they use an app called the Last Friend app, and they basically spend the day together, and I just feel like it's going to be really, really sad and not something I'm going to be able to emotionally prepare myself for. I feel like this is similar to I haven't read it, but is it The Sun Is Also a Star? Because that all happens over one day, and I'm not sure if I'm necessarily a fan of that, but I feel like it's just, I don't know, I'm really looking forward to reading it because I like the idea, and it's also kind of terrifying, like the idea of a death cast. But I don't know, I haven't read like anything like this, so I'm really looking forward to reading it. So yeah. So next I have To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. I know that this is a dark fantasy that is kind of between a romance between like a mermaid and a mermaid hunter, but it's like really dark, like the mermaid has to kill the mermaid hunter or something like that. As far as I'm aware, that's what it's about. Again, my friend read this and she said it was okay, like she said she enjoyed it, but it wasn't like the most amazing thing. But I kind of like love anything like this. The plot kind of reminds me of a really dark Serpent and Dove, and I absolutely loved reading Serpent and Dove, so I'm quite looking forward to reading this. The cover's blue. I've managed to get like basically exclusively blue books. I'm not sure if blue's like the most popular colour for books, but apparently it is. But the cover's really pretty, and I feel like it's just going to be a nice read. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's a series or not, but I've managed to get loads of first books in series, so I'm going to be like getting obsessed with them again, which is something I tend to do. But yeah, I'm not sure, like I haven't read many reviews about it, but like I said, my friend said it was okay, so I am looking forward to reading this as well. I'm looking forward to reading all of them because, you know, I love reading. But yeah, I feel like this is going to be like dark and like fun, and it's going to be like creepy, well not creepy, but like kind of like, I don't know, it's quite murdery, I think. But yeah, it's going to be good. I feel like it's going to be a good read. Finally, I have Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. Our main character Bree's mother is killed, I think, and she's sent to live at this school, but she's like becomes part of this like Legendborn society, and it's all like kind of like Arthurian. We're going with Arthurian. I could be wrong, but like King Arthur. I feel like recently, like the King Arthur things like coming back. Can anyone remember Avalon High, which was like a Disney original movie. I feel like it has Britt Robinson in, which is crazy because I feel like she's quite like a big actress. But yeah, it kind of like doesn't remind me of it because it's not the same, but I like sort of King Arthur things. I haven't got many books written by people of colour about people of colour, so I'm looking forward to reading this to add some more diversity to my shelf. Overall, I'm really looking forward to reading this book. I really like the sound of the plot. However, my one thing is the words are so small, like they're absolutely tiny. Sorry if that was like a really important page. So I was like, I accidentally gave you a spoiler, but there's just the words are really, really small. But it's got how many pages? Almost 500 pages, so it's going to be like a nice read. Like it will take me a couple of days, and also the cover is absolutely stunning. Like again with the blue theme, I've got a lot of blue going on, but I feel like it sounds like really, really interesting, not much like all of the other ones. But yeah, this has been in like my basket for quite a long time, so I'm really excited to read this, and I know that loads of people love this book, and I also think it's part of a series which is going to be an issue. So those are the books that I bought and should hopefully be reading soon. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and like always, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you have any video suggestions, just comment them down below. And if you want to see more of me, subscribe if you want, you know, you do you, but if you want to, cool. So yeah, have a lovely morning, evening, afternoon, day. I'll see you soon. Bye.